It is 6:03 MC Lego Boy. You can see that baby.
It doesn't have a head yet.
You're working on it.
I think that's what I'm building next,
You
actually.
probably have the head built today.
Yeah.
We'll see what you got. 4 bags out? That's ambitious.
Well, look how little some of these are. I know, but it's still very ambitious.
What's up, everyone? Lego Boy, Nathan, Daryl, Calinstagram, Table, Doomslayer, Mel, and Sean Soley.
We were
Long
on
time no see, Sean.
we were on time today. We did it.
How's everybody doing? Daryl got Ahsoka's T6 Lego shuttle for Father's Day. Congratulations.
Ooh.
That's a good present.
Yeah, happy belated Father's Day out there. What did we do for Father's Day? We went to a drag brunch.
My parents were out of town, so yeah, we had friends in town, Sean. So we went down to a drag brunch, hung out with them. It's a good time.
It was fun. That location was great for a drag show. It's huge.
Other than that, we've just been hanging out, playing Mario Kart, doing work
Did
as
you
usual.
did you figure out your thing that you were trying to figure out?
Nope. What I was trying, I'm trying to unlock the last two characters in Mario Kart, and they have to be unlocked through like a specific item.
Hilo's trying to get comfortable under the table and moving
Just
the
move
table.
move the whole table, but it's a specific item and it's random and it's hard to get, and you have to play on like certain levels. It's annoying, but those are the last two things I have to unlock.
Well, there's no rush.
I want it. I want it.
I want it. Fair enough. Well, last night I got to catch up on my documentaries slash true crime documentaries. So I watched the Ocean Gate Titan doc on Netflix. Oh boy, it made me mad. I knew some details about the guy and like the company, but I didn't realize like just how terrible he was.
A Reefton's here.
Hi, Reef
Actually,
Time.
long time no see. Good to see you, man.
Is it really him or is it an imposter?
It's true.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we can't trust him because he he used to make those other profiles. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure
Well,
it's him.
a lot of other people did that too. We're gearing up for our first D&D game on Sunday. I finally
Yep.
thought of a name for my character, and her name is going to be K-Trix. K
K2
K
T
K2 dash
RX.
RX.
Yeah.
K-Trix. And that
We're
is an homage to Katya and Trixie.
we keep saying D&D for simplicity's sake, but yeah, we're playing Kids on Bikes technically. It's a
Yeah.
tabletop role playing game. That's it.
Generic role-playing space game.
But we're gonna try to record it. It's mostly like I mean, we're gonna play through a full session, but try to record everything, video and audio, see how that goes. But I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't played since the pandemic, really.
You played on election night with us.
That's true, because I didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
That was kind of a phone a friend character.
Well, my version will have a lot less math.
I mean, I still don't do math. I have everyone do it for me.
Nathan Troxel is rewatching James Bond this month.
Oh,
I was just playing GoldenEye earlier today
Dun,
because
dun, 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 dun,
along with
dun,
the
dun, dun.
Switch, I got the N64 controller and the GameCube controller, which I have the NES one and the SNES one, and I barely ever use them. I just like having them. But I was playing GoldenEye on the Switch with the N64 controller, and that was fun.
I am actually looking forward to playing Mario Kart with the GameCube control. I've always liked the GameCube controller, but I didn't play it growing up. So I'm so used to just playing that with like Smash.
That's yeah, I'm glad to have that for Smash Bros. Because that is still the best Smash Bros. Controller. What people are asking about each other's favorite Bond films. What's yours?
Ooh, I haven't seen a lot of them. Like most of them,
Same
I
here.
would say. Uh I like Casino Royale, but I'm a Pierce Brosnan girly.
That's I'm between those as well. GoldenEye was like my childhood favorite, but Casino Royale is really good. I whenever I get the itch to watch a Bond movie, Casino Royale is the one that I want to watch because the poker game is a lot of fun.
Mm, yeah.
What ones have you seen?
Those two and
I know you saw Quantum of Solace because we saw that in theaters together.
that one. Don't really remember that one.
I'm
That
kind of that one wasn't great.
that
It
might
wasn't super
be
memorable.
that might be
Really?
it.
You've only seen 3 Bond movies?
I was never like super interested in it. I don't know.
Huh. I mean, I haven't seen a ton, but
I'm sure I've seen like bits and pieces of other older ones.
I've
Like I
seen
know I've seen some Sean Connery
right.
Bond stuff, but I don't remember like the whole movie.
I've seen all the Craig ones. I think I've seen all the Brosnan ones. Uh, I saw A View to a Kill, License to Kill. I'm pretty sure I missed quite a few. Like I know I've seen parts of Doctor No, but yeah, Bond would be interesting to dive into at some point. I've probably
We talked about it like way back in Schmodown days
uh-huh.
because that used to be a sliver on the Inner Geekdom trivia wheel, but I think they took it off.
Matt Lang says, "Welcome to the Rock, James Bond," because there's a fan theory that Sean Connery's character in The Rock is James Bond because he was like a
Oh, but he's in jail.
right. He
Oh,
got caught, but like
I like that.
he was a super agent, secret spy. Like he might have been part of MI6. I can't remember, but people were like, "Oh, maybe it is James Bond."
That's cool. I saw something today about some kind of Tom Cruise news about is it Top Gun 3?
I know
Or
they were talking about doing another one. Yeah,
that I think something was said about it recently. I can't remember what it was. Or maybe it was a different Tom Cruise movie, but it did come out that he was going to get an honorary Oscar this year.
huh.
I guess just because he's Tom Cruise. I
Does
don't
he
know how
not
that.
have one?
I don't know if that. I don't know how that works.
I just assumed he had one.
I guess if you just do enough stunts, you get one.
Dutch Star Wars guy, I have seen Goldfinger. Goldfinger's really good. Sean says that if we did a Bond marathon, we could drink martinis with it. I mean,
That's true. Bond's martini is
the Vesper.
the Vesper, and that's just what a gin martini shaken not stirred
Is
with
it
a
gin?
lemon twist.
I can't remember. I thought it was vodka, but I can't remember.
And unless he specifies vodka, I don't remember. I think most bars, if you just ask for a martini, they will give you gin if you don't specify.
It is a vodka martini.
Oh, well, now I like Bond even more.
Tom N asks if we're going to watch the Alien Earth TV show. Yes. I really like the Alien franchise. So I'm down. Even though the movies are very hit or miss, I always get excited for more Alien stuff.
Is it out?
No.
No.
Although the new animated Predator movie is out and it got good reviews.
That's what I
And
was
I do
thinking
like,
of.
I consider Alien Predator, they're basically the same franchise. Although I prefer Alien, I still like Predator stuff. Prey was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would watch that. I did see uh they're starting to do press screenings for 28 Years Later.
I just watched Dan Murrell's review of it.
Oh, really?
And in general, he just warned people. He said it was good and it's getting good reviews. He warned people it's not like the other two in the sense that, yeah, they're like zombies and stuff, but it's not quite about the zombies
Hmm.
in the way that the first two are.
Interesting.
It's more thoughtful.
That's good
But
though.
yeah, I mean, IGN gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
Jermaine said it was really good.
I'm excited. Even if the reviews were terrible, I would want to still see it.
I would too. It's like 28 weeks later, not great, but I've still seen it like 3 times.
But
I still enjoyed it.
We just watched the first 10 minutes of it.
The opening scene is awesome.
It makes me so mad though. That stupid kid. That
Kid
stupid
brings
woman.
all those zombies.
Okay, the kid's not stupid, the woman's stupid.
I mean, the kid, yeah, he's just trying to survive and got to a house, but like, Dutch Star Wars guy, did I like Romulus? I liked 75% of it, and I still,
The last, is that the most recent one?
yeah,
The last quarter
it
was really bizarre.
it really did kind of take a hard left turn where I think it was trying to rope in Prometheus and Alien Covenant lore, and I applaud that, I guess, but I was like, I don't know. This got it got really weird at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
also didn't like
suddenly almost.
shoehorning Ian Holm into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like the "get away from her, you bitch" line. Like it's iconic in Aliens. You don't have to shove it into
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, they could have had just anyone play the Ian Holm character, and
It was apparently supposed to be Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Like it was just
oh
going to be
yeah,
a brand new.
that would have been great.
I understand the impulse to have it be Ash because that makes you go, "Uh-oh." Like you're in danger. But you already know they're in danger. Like I've seen the trailer. I know there's aliens in it.
Yeah, I thought the aliens were great. Like all the spooky stuff and kind of like the first half or first 2/3 was great. I liked the gravity
Oh yeah, that was
thing
really cool.
where you like they could turn on and off the gravity or whatever. That added some fun suspense to
the
it.
the main relationship between the girl and the droid, I can't remember the droid's name, but
Oh yeah.
they were great. I really liked the droid. It kind of had B2 emo vibes.
He was great.
But then when he gets like Ash's not memories,
His
but like his
chip.
protocols, and then he turns into a not great person, but you're like, "Oh, fix him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him to die."
It had-
Andy, thank you. Yeah.
It had good bones, that movie.
Yeah. It had good stuff in it. It was honestly better than most Alien movies.
See, I haven't seen like Covenant. I don't think I've seen. I really only remember the first two Alien movies.
Those are the best ones. I mean,
Is 3 the one with the little girl?
no, that's 2. That's
2.
Aliens.
Okay, so I think I've only seen the first two, and I have no real desire to see the other ones, but never say never.
Three makes me angry because it kills Newton Hicks like off screen before anything happens. So like that was upsetting. The rest of it, like 3 is interesting. It's just that it's kind of like the end of Alien Romulus. Hard left turn. It's upsetting. But Alien and Aliens, classics. Alien Resurrection has some fun stuff in it too.
Gosh.
But I've been slacking here. Let me catch up on some super chats. Leftist Tom had said, it's post the High Republic Phase 3. You are single and attracted to males. You see Geode. Do you flirt with him? Question is for both of you. I would be trying to hunt him down, and I would flirt with every rock I found, just in the hopes that it was Geode.
I mean, yeah, if I could understand him and he can understand me.
It doesn't even have to be Geode. I wanna find
Just
any
a
Vintian.
Vintian?
Yeah, like I just want to know what it looks like when they're flirting or clubbing or whatever.
Oh, these are like little eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's cute.
That I was talking about Ashton's character. One of our characters in our D&D campaign that we're going to record, he's going to have a mentor, and he wants the mentor to be a Vintian named Flint. And we were discussing...
Flint the Vent.
Yeah, we were discussing giving him hair. So he's going to have like moss, basically, growing in some
I like
parts.
that.
Yeah.
I was like, are you just going to put a wig on a rock? Because that would be cute too.
No, we were like, what would it look like if he had like a beard? And we were like, oh, moss.
Moss, yeah. It's cute.
But that will be an interesting challenge for me and Ashton to know what he's saying and to communicate that to each other, but for everyone else to be kind of like out of the loop and not understanding him. Post says, thanks for the Andor related interviews. You're welcome. I'm glad you liked them. We had a great time shooting them out in San Francisco.
Thank Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
For allowing us to do that. That was a lot of fun. I just finished editing our vlog, our like sit down talk through vlog, since we didn't vlog much while we were there. So I'm excited to put that out.
And then today the Michael Wilkinson interview came out, which that was not from our Lucasfilm trip. That was an online interview after the fact, but he was still like so great. I was bummed to only have 15 minutes with him because he had good answers.
Yeah, he's been like posting and sharing and resharing a ton of stuff, and he seems really cool.
Tommen said, loved Alex schooling Tony on Clone Wars fortune cookies, and Tony saying, who are you?
Oh, yeah. I think he was genuinely excited to know that his show lined up so well with something like the Clone Wars, because that's a very, like, George Lucas was directly involved in that one.
Like, seeing him smile and be like, oh, neat, that wasn't on my radar. I was like, yes. And I'm glad I got to tell him that, because that speech was fire. And I really enjoyed writing about it through that perspective of all of the Clone Wars being like, this is what Star Wars has always said. And just, I remember watching the speech, and she starts talking about objective truth and the danger of losing that. And I was like, oh my God, like I just went through all the fortune cookies and categorized them, and like so many of them are about truth. It's so good.
Even if he was just humoring us, I would take that.
I think he was genuinely, I got the impression he was like happy to talk to fans, and I think he was a little relieved.
He was expecting us to grill him.
Yeah, that's when he was like, come on, like, I know you got some questions about like, why'd you do X, Y, or Z? And it's like, nah, it's not really why we're here. Like, he talked about the Cassian and K2 comic enough.
Yeah. And plus, like, one of the first things I asked him was about just like all the press that he's been doing, and he was like, "This is kind of my last thing," and I was like, "That's great."
Yeah.
So maybe he had a little more ease about him because of that.
Kalinstagram says you should have asked for his Glup Shido. So my question about how do you write? I basically asked him how do you write Glup Shidos
Yeah.
because I feel like Andor had a ton, and just like some very memorable characters that only had very limited screen time, and I did not want to waste our time and anyone else's time explaining to Tony what a Glup Shido was.
Right. That was your version of asking him basically that question.
Right.
And plus, I don't think he has a true Glup Shido in the sense that like we have Glup Shidos.
Exactly. So I was just like, let's turn it into a how do you write Glup Shidos question.
I need to go through and I want to keep editing shorts out of those and putting those out on socials.
MC Lego Boy says his favorite is the guy with the security screens. Yeah, I mean, I think that he did seem to like him a lot.
And I loved that he was like, this scene's in every single Bourne movie. It's tired, it's boring. I gotta do something to like make it more interesting. And that was fun to hear him talk about because he wrote all the Bourne movies. Or not all of them. Some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
Most of them.
But yeah, just to like give a little extra life to a scene, and yeah.
Just like talking about just the fact that he thought long and hard enough to be like, this guy needs a thing. And his thing is he's gross. And he hardly ever comes out of this room, probably.
It didn't dawn on me that also serves. Well, he mentions how it serves here because in the hospital it's like we haven't seen him in authority as much, so we wanted to build that up. But it also builds up here to aid because I just like didn't notice, it didn't register until he was talking about it, and then we rewatched that scene where he's like, "Don't sit there," and the aide kind of has this big reaction, and then later on when they're in the office, or maybe it's early, whenever they're in Luthen's office and the woman is all excited about how Luthen set up the radio and he gives that like not now. It's like that guy gets a bunch of non-verbal little character moments that are so good.
Yeah, I love that little nod where he's like, now is not the time or place to get excited about
don't do this
radio nerdy things.
Brian Kimmett is taking us back to Bond, but says, no, I'm just picturing a James Bond style Star Wars movie. The gadgets would be epic. We kind of got, I mean, like Andor gave us a little bit of that, especially with Clea. She had like that little bag of tricks and the lock picking thing that she used on the nurse lockers. And
yeah. What else did she have?
That was the main gadget that I can think of. But yeah, it would be fun to have like a Q type character that's explaining, here's what all these little gizmos do.
I guess I'm thinking of when she has to get the listening device out of that art piece. For some reason, I thought she used a tool for that.
Yeah, her pendant kind of...
Yeah.
She took that off, it opened up. So yeah, she did have some fun little... Instagram brought that up too.
That was a great scene.
So maybe that's what Clea does in the rebellion. She sticks around and she is making little gadgets and gizmos for Fulcrum.
I like that.
Dutch Star Wars guy talks about the Fondor. That's kind of like a James Bond car with a bunch of different secrets to it.
Maybe she designs the voice augmentation that Ahsoka uses to be Fulcrum.
That's before timeline's out of whack.
Well, maybe she improves on it.
I guess she could have been helping Fulcrum as Clea, like from Luthen's shop. Peter Schwartz asks, Nubs shows up during the Gorman massacre. How does he handle it?
Oh no.
Well, by that time, he would be a very large poobah. So he would just save everyone. He would take on the Empire single handedly and save the day. That's what I think happens. You looking for one of those separators?
Yeah. So if Nubs was at Gorman, yeah, I mean he'd save a ton of lives.
The KX droids would come out and like kick that barricade, and he would just kick it right back, crush like 3 KX droids at once.
Can you get that pink piece off? I accidentally put it on too early. Thank you.
Welcome. Fiona George asks, how are you feeling about the new Star Wars Starfighter movie? Very happy, very optimistic.
Feeling good about it. Honestly, talking about it on our Saturday video, and then someone brought up the idea of introducing Rey, like, in that movie at some point or at the end or something. I don't want to get my hopes up for that, but I think that would be kind of cool.
I don't want Star Wars to get into the habit of doing like Marvel-y stuff, but I would not mind it in this context. Starfighter, it's kind of the same way that when they announced Rogue Squadron, and I was like, oh, I mean, like, I was thrilled about it, but I thought it was interesting that that was going to be the next Star Wars movie. I was like, I mean, I'm the target audience for this, but I don't know that everybody cares as much about Rogue Squadron. So using this as like a bridge, I think they said it was like 5-ish years after episode 9, and then if the plot synopsis that came out is true, if Ryan Gosling is like protecting some kid, and it's like, okay, they're force sensitive and he gets them to Rey, like that does make sense to help kind of build us back up.
And it would help me understand why they shoehorned this movie in between all the other movies that they've already announced.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to get this one out first, you know.
He lives over there kicking the Lego camera.
His head is like right in the middle of that tripod.
Oh. But yeah, like I'm a sucker for pilots and starfighters, so bring it on. I like Ryan Gosling. I like Mia Goth.
Yeah. I'm excited for her to be a villain.
Dan Ben asks, is it going to have some character whose name is literally Starfighter? That does kind of sound like a Star Wars name, but
like Skywalker or Starfighter.
Darklighter, Starfighter.
Has this term Starfighter ever been said out loud as in like a ship?
I'm sure it has.
Like in Star Wars?
I can't think of an exact usage, but yeah, I'm sure in at least a book.
I guess that'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like someone having the name
Car
or ship or plane. Not unheard of, but maybe a little weird.
or something a little more specific, like Mark Dump Truck.
Greyhound.
That's a fine last name.
Yeah. Mark Dump Truck would.
Elo Asti asks, who is the best smelling member of Lucasfilm or Star Wars actor, actress you have met? That's a question for you. And I saw Elo Asti remember about me, and then asked who had the best handshake.
I'm trying to remember if anyone like smelled really good. Honestly, Vanessa Marshall, when we got to meet her at Celebration Japan and she hugged us like she knew who we were, and I was like, "What? Do you know that we don't know each other?" But she smelled really good. She had some kind of perfume on and it was great. I'm sure Cameron Monaghan had some kind of cologne on. I don't remember specifically, but he didn't smell bad. So that,
Sean Room says Vanessa Marshall's hug changed my life.
you know what? It healed all my wounds. If I had any, emotional or otherwise, they were healed
She
after
was
that.
crazy nice.
She was amazing. And that's all I've heard from people who have met her. It's that she's like that. So if you ever get the chance to meet Vanessa Marshall at a con or anything, highly recommend.
I'm trying to think if I've ever gotten a handshake that I was like, whoa, what a handshake. I can, from the San Francisco trip, out of the three people we interviewed, I have to say that Alan Tudyk has the best handshake, only because he was our last interview and he was the first person I actually worked up the courage to shake his hand. So
Mm.
I did not shake Margit or Tony's hand.
Well, he kind of went in for it.
No, I
If
put
I-
my hand out.
Oh, okay. Well, then he went in for mine after you shook his
I
hand.
got the ball rolling. Or he was going to shake everyone's hands. But I can't recall anyone. I can't remember. I remember we met Peter Mayhew at Dragon Con once because he was just like hanging out on the floor on a Thursday night.
Oh yeah.
I think I shook his hand.
God, yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, he had someone was with him,
I think it was his wife.
and they were coming through. He was in a wheelchair, and she was kind of pushing him through the Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just like a lot of
Flabbergasted nerds.
yeah, a lot of chit chat going on, and kind of not a huge crowd, but we could tell something was going on. And then we realized who it was, and we're like, oh my god.
Mumbo Jimbo says, just wanted to send a little love your way. Didn't run into y'all while we were at Tokyo, but maybe when I'm in LA and a beer. Definitely excited for San Francisco.
LA? The next celebration, maybe?
Yeah, but then it says definitely excited for San Francisco.
Oh, maybe the vlog? Or maybe they're just going to San Francisco. In which case I'm
Oh,
excited. for it
Starfighter.
too.
The SF is for Starfighter.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. We just have San Francisco on the brain.
Yeah.
Let's pop back into...
I do wish I had picked up a bag of the coffee. I guess I don't remember which store it was at. It was either the Lucasfilm store or the Skywalker Ranch store, but
Java the Hutt.
yeah, because I know Sean Room got a bag and said it was good. I definitely want more of that wine. That was good wine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well on my way to making my candle. We got the Skywalker Ranch wine bottle cut in half, and I got all the stuff to melt the soy wax and like put a scent into the wax, and I got basically a candle making kit. So I'm gonna try to finish that this week.
Cool Instagram asks, what upcoming Star Wars novel are you most excited for? I don't remember what else is coming out. I know the Bad Batch The Bad Batch one is the one that popped
Oh,
into my head first.
the Finn and Janna one.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I have that release date written down.
Is it Sep- September? August? No,
Let's see if I can find it.
October?
So let's see. We got Crystal Crown coming up soon. That's it. The end of July. Bad Batch is at the begin. Or wait, is that true? Bad Batch is in August.
He's got a head,
Huh.
but no ears.
Put his ears on.
So he
That is
looks
disturbing. I don't know why.
really strange.
He looks like Babu Frick.
He does look kind of creepy with no ears. He can't hear us. I need to. So.
Oh yeah, Master of Evil. Master of Evil
Mm,
might. Another Darth Vader story, but I am excited about it because I love that era for Vader.
yeah, and Adam Christopher
Yeah.
has yet to disappoint us. So
Yes.
there was something else. Oh, I need to go back and read Mask of Fear once I'm done catching up with everything else. Like maybe when I'm done with Trials, I'll read that one.
You started it, right?
I did start it. Because I'm excited that that is a. I keep forgetting that that's a trilogy.
Yes.
So
The second book comes out sometime next year.
I've got time.
But yeah, the Finn and Janna novel, I'm just excited that they're going beyond episode 9, starting to tell stories there. I started following the author Kwame on Blue Sky, and he just seems like the most fun dude.
Mhm.
I like his posts.
Just the fact that we're getting more Finn story is exciting, and for Janna.
It'll be interesting to see what gets talked about as far as Finn and Janna. I mean, like, they kind of hint at Janna having, I don't know if it's force sensitivity or just a conscience, but
Yeah. I don't know if I want her to be force sensitive, but I wouldn't be mad at it.
yeah, well, they have that talk on Kef Beer while they're fixing the Falcon, and they just talk about, that feeling,
Yeah.
which I'm like, that could be your conscience.
That's just like
That could be your Jiminy Cricket.
I think they were bonding over that because they both had the feeling when they were stormtroopers that what they were doing was wrong.
Hmm.
And I think that was the feeling that they could do better and they could do more.
I just thought of like another thing they could do at the end of Starfighter is if they're not getting to reach Rey, but if they are gonna bring Finn back,
Oh.
and-
Ooh, that would
and
be
at the end they like Finn shows up with a lightsaber.
that would be insane.
That would be sick because like we already know Daisy Ridley is coming back, but if that were the big reveal,
I mean, talk about on your left. That would be a comparable moment if Finn busted into that movie with a lightsaber.
you building yours now?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure yeah, that looks like an ear.
I never know what I'm building until it starts looking like something.
I'm trying to find. I think this is way off from any other thing we've been talking about, but Ronan Unchained asked if anyone is a Bruce Springsteen fan. Are you a Bruce Springsteen fan?
No, not really.
Me neither.
I
I
think
mean, like, I
I,
know I've heard some of his music, but
I know I enjoy every time Ken talks about how misunderstood his Born in the USA song is, because everyone wants to use it to be patriotic, and it is
right.
like the opposite of that if
Hmm.
you read the lyrics. So yeah, I'm a fan of him for
Apparently,
that, I
like
guess.
a biopic trailer just came out.
Oh, is that the one with Jeremy Allen White?
I don't know.
Wait, I saw some pictures of him playing some kind of musician, but I don't.
Oh yeah, it is Jeremy Allen White. Yeah,
Okay. Oh, he's gonna go from that to being
Rada the
a
Hut.
hut.
Still not confirmed.
It's not well, I mean, we saw
We
him.
saw Rada. We don't know that it was
Oh
Jeremy
yeah,
Allen.
he didn't say
I'm
anything.
kidding. Like,
Anyways, um, yeah, I don't really have any strong feelings about Bruce Springsteen, but I do like Jeremy Allen White.
I do want to watch A Complete Unknown at some point. More
Mm-hmm.
because James Mangold. Um, I don't know a ton of Bob Dylan songs either.
Yeah, I've never been a Bob Dylan fan. Timothy Chalamet, jury's out on my opinion for him. I think he's all right, but he's young.
You just get into once someone starts to be in too much stuff, you just you want to be counterculture. That's what I think.
Well, who else am I like that with? I mean, Glenn Powell is he's got a weird vibe.
I think you're the only person that really thinks that.
I don't think so. There's at least one other person that thinks that.
There are dozens of us.
But because Timothy Chalamet, I don't know. As soon as he started dating a Kardashian, I stopped trusting him as a person. I don't know if he's still dating her or not,
I think so,
and I
but
don't
I don't know. I don't keep up with
care.
that. I'll direct us back to Star Wars because Mumbo Jimbo asks if we have any thoughts on the new Han Solo Searches for the Falcon comic book series.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked into that yet. I looked into and made a post about the Boba Fett one, and I meant to look at that one, and I missed it.
You know, I'm fine with it. It feels like an appropriate story for a miniseries. It's not a story I was clamoring for. The
What
answer, I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
when does it take place? What's it going to be about?
Han Solo finding the Millennium Falcon again. We don't know the exact timeline because like Leia and Lando are going to be in it, so it might have like a big
Like for the finding it again.
like the lead up to the Force Awakens.
Okay. You mean like it's on Jakku?
You know how he finds it like in the Force Awakens?
Hmm.
Just what happened before that.
Oh, I mean he finds it because of Ray.
Right. But what happened before that?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like he just he doesn't go looking for it.
Well,
He
apparently he
just
does.
finds it. Like he comes
Well, he
across
does
it.
say to Chewie, like, I told you we should have checked the Western Reaches
Oh,
again.
okay, okay.
So I think they were on the lookout for it.
I'll bite.
That's yeah. I'm like, okay, sure. I like that Duquesne is on the cover. So the guy that initially stole it from Han. Sean Room says, I think this conversation is a good example of why I'm not super excited for that one. Yeah, it just feels like a I don't know, what gaps can we fill in somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Instagram will probably finally see the Irving boys.
Have we not seen them?
No, I don't think so.
That's funny. They sound like a old, like a Happy Days kind of like 50s gang,
Yeah,
like a West Side Story. They're gonna be snapping.
I see it as like a Western. Oh, the Irving boys are riding into town. Sounds like a boy band. Yeah, they're basically the Jonas Brothers.
Is this right? This doesn't look right for that piece.
I think that's right. Oh, that's not right.
There's
Put that there. That should be on the very
Oh,
end.
on the bottom. On
Yeah,
the bottom.
Eloasti asks, what was the thematic point of the Maya Pay Brigade? Why was Cassian stuck with them for a whole arc? To show how not put together the rebellion was. That's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
And to slow him down, getting back to Bix and Mina Rao and everything, just to build that tension.
Yeah, it was to show how badly the rebellion needs a better leader, some order, some guidance.
Yep.
Because right now it's just a bunch of tiny little rebel cells that don't trust each other and they're not getting anything done.
And even within one rebel cell, they don't trust each other.
Right.
And Saw doesn't trust his own people.
Right. So it's just another way to show that and how much they need Yavin and Mon Mothma and all that stuff.
I saw someone make a good point that I think supports my guess that Pluty in Saw's gang and the Partisans was not a spy, because like if he knew information, if he had an Imperial contact, why not just tell the Imperial contact, hey, we're over on Dakar, like, come blow us all up. I mean, not that he would want to get blown up, but
yeah,
like, I kind of think that Pluty was not a spy. He actually wanted to help Saw and was concerned about getting the job done, but Saw's a suspicious mother effer and just shot him.
I mean, everything Pluty said made sense.
Yeah.
And it was reasonable.
I agree.
The unreasonable person in this situation is almost always going to be Saw. And he saw an opportunity to kind of kill two birds with one stone. He was like, this Willman kid, I know he knows what he's doing, so he'll be good no matter what. And this other guy is a chance for me to, like, prove that I know things and that I'm keeping everybody in this partisan group safe because I know where the spies are, you know?
Instagram, are you surprised at the lack of Force Awakens and Revenge of the Sith anniversary media? Well, Revenge of the Sith got a re-release. It's getting the novelization annotated 20th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And Master of Evil is, I think, supposed to be kind of a celebration. Like, I think that's why they're putting it out this year. Force Awakens, yeah, like, we're still several months out. We're still half a year away. So I wouldn't be surprised if we learned about more. The Finn and Janna story is Force Awakens adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, we'll see if something else gets thrown out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Revenge of the Sith is getting a lot of attention and has been getting a lot of attention. The only thing it didn't get was a panel,
Yeah.
a dedicated panel at Celebration Japan, but I think that was more because they didn't have a solid like group of panelists that were going to be there that weren't already going to be doing other prior engagements. Because I think Hayden Christensen had a lot to do in Japan, so much so that they overbooked his
Yeah.
photo ops on the last day. So I think they just didn't have enough people to fill out a dedicated panel.
The Han comic is kind of Force Awakens related too.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do more like publishing tie-in stuff that we just haven't heard about yet.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know, 10 years, like, yay, but Revenge of the Sith, it's 20 years.
Yeah,
I don't know, like,
any of those people out there with kids who turn 10, no big deal. Double digits, who cares? Clean your room.
that's the Patton Oswalt joke. It's like at a certain point, you can't celebrate every birthday. Although 10 is one of the big
10,
10,
is
20,
one of the big
25
ones.
feels important.
If there's a coin with that amount, because a quarter exists, I feel like we can celebrate 25. I don't know.
Yeah, after 30, you want to not be reminded anymore.
I mean, yeah, kinda. That's why I've never aged a day after 29. 30, who is she?
Paco Pac says, "Are you planning on doing the second volume of Essential Planets? The first video was very interesting." Yeah, I think at some point. Right now I'm gonna go through other stuff like I've got an aliens and a creatures video coming that's kind of the same idea of like here are all the aliens, the major aliens from the the films, and then like volume 2 I think will be here are all the planets or aliens or whatever from the TV shows, and like we'll go a little deeper and deeper, and each volume will get more obscure basically.
I'm almost done with these years.
Okay, good. I'm glad he's not gonna look.
Cursed.
Uh-huh.
No more cursed.
Oh. All right. Immediately better.
Oh, he can have his little sad ears if they're down. I like the ball joint
Yeah.
for the head.
He looks around and stuff.
We have ears, people. Oh, look at him. His ears go down. He's sad. Cute.
Cool Instagram, do you remember what the final question of Dragon Con trivia was last year? I think I do. Um, I had been knocked out in round 1, so I was just hanging out and watching. But when they got it down to 3 people, they asked a handful of questions, and no one was getting them, and they had to wrap up the panel. So they did basically like a Price is Right question,
Mm.
and just said whoever gets the closest to the actual number will win. And it was how many people are on the crew of a Star Destroyer. I think that was the
God.
last question.
I hate questions like that. And like I don't think anyone got it.
It was
but
just, yeah, whoever gets closest.
But
and I don't remember.
You don't remember the number?
I don't remember the number or what people answered. I'm gonna throw out like.
Was it like 20,000?
I was gonna say 150,000. I don't remember.
That seems like a lot.
Let me look. 37,000.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
20,000.
So I went way over.
Star Destroyer is not that big. I mean, it doesn't need that many hands on deck.
37,000. It's a lot of people.
Well, I mean, compared to 100, over 100,000 people.
I was saying the Super Star Destroyer number. I just got mixed up. Now I'm curious. Still pretty far off. 280,000. But up to... Oh, that's AI. I'm not... According to Wikipedia, at least 280,000.
A sticker. You ready for a sticker?
Uh-huh. Wait, do I have to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not doing everything around here.
All right.
That goes on that. I think in that direction.
Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's a little frog?
It's the frog!
Cute. That's cute. I like that.
I like that he's holding a little frog. I was like, what are all these blue and teal pieces? And the frog has little eyes too.
What did you drop?
I didn't drop it. I threw it into your chair. Wait.
I got it. I see it. Or feel it.
That's a solid sticker placement.
Matt Hemming, thanks for the super chat, says, "Help me, Star Wars Explained. You're my only hope. What year was it when the Battle of Yavin happened before they switched to the BBY convention?" I would go with the year 19 AEP. 19 years after Emperor Palpatine.
AEP?
Yeah.
Is there not like a...
There are several dating systems in Star Wars. I don't really think there's a good one that they have.
He's only got one eye.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think there was a good one they had set up in Star Wars, but it seems like a very Emperor thing to do, to be like, the rise of the Empire, we're starting now, and that was probably a dating system that existed.
Yeah.
But there are several that you can find. Yeah, there's the whatever I forget what the CRC stands for that Calinstagram posted on. I don't even remember what that stands for.
CRC.
Coruscant Reckoning Calendar.
Reckoning?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know what...
Because the Palpatine statue gets wrecked.
That's... What?
I don't know. Don't mind me.
But yeah, that would be, what, 7977 is the year of the Battle of Yavin. Matthew Lang, yeah, before and after the birth of Biggs. I like that.
Trying to figure out how these little frog legs work. That goes there. That goes there.
Scorchalager just asks, how are you doing today? Pretty good. Kind of a chill day. Took our cat to the vet for just a standard checkup. He's fine. He's perfect.
He's fine. Yeah. It's been good. I'm trying to like get back into some sort of routine because whenever we have friends from out of town over, it's kind of like we're going out and doing a bunch of stuff. So because we did stuff like Sunday and Monday, I feel like I keep forgetting what day it is. But, you know, we're hanging in there. There's a lot of shit going on right now. But our workload is a little bit lighter than it has been.
Elo Asti asks, if Molly had the Star Wars trivia battle with a team of Pablo Hidalgo, Leland Chi, and Sam Witwer, who would you pick for a partner if you can't pick me? Even if I were on it, I think we'd be wrecked.
I mean, I gotta go with Zach Burkett. He's my trivia guy. We've gone and done horror trivia together, and I'd be. He would never let me hear the end of it if I didn't bring him. If I couldn't bring you.
That's it?
Oh, do I get more?
Uh-huh. If Pablo, Leland, and Sam are on a team, it seems unfair if you only get 2 people.
Evan? Oh, well, if I have Zach and Evan on the same team, they're just gonna
fight
the whole time. Oh, I'll recruit JC.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Pot of Rebellion, and people might know him from a little place called Scum and Villainy.
Mr. Doctor asks if we're going to watch Ironheart.
I might check it out.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, like, if I need to... Oh, I still haven't seen the other Black Panther movie, but... And I haven't seen, like, most of the other newer Marvel movies, so I don't know what I need to have seen or not.
Yeah. We're very casually watching Marvel now. Like, we did see Thunderbolts in theaters, but I waited until Brave New World was on a plane. That's where I watched that. I'm trying to remember what the last, like... Oh yeah, we still haven't watched the new Daredevil. So we're very behind on all that.
Oh, he's got his little ball, too.
And cookies.
And cookies. I'm almost done. I was definitely being bold with 4 bags.
But this is a good like you're finishing Grogu. It's a good stopping point.
Gotta make 2 little macarons.
Brian Kimmett says, if you can remember, what's the hardest Star Wars trivia question you've ever been asked to answer? I think the Mandalorian cubism one, that one sticks in my head only because I got it right.
I mean, that was hard, but you just kind of guessed.
I made an educated guess and got it right. but that was like a ridiculous question that people in the audience thought it was ridiculous that I knew but I didn't know it. I guessed, and I even said something like, "Are you effing kidding me?" when I got it right.
Did you ever get a quote question that you really weren't sure, but you nailed it? Because I feel like quotes are hard.
Yeah, I do not like quotes, but no, quotes usually mess me up.
I don't know where the cookies go. Are they just.
They're just like you could put them in his hand if you wanted to.
Because he's got the ball in this hand. And then he's got.
Matt Ling says Mandalorian cubism. What?
Did I mess something up over there? Are you fixing it for me?
Yeah.
What? Maybe that's how I wanted it.
Okay. His little blue feet were on the wrong sides. You had him up here.
Oh. Well, fine. I wanted him that way.
At DragonCon trivia, we were shown a picture of art. I think it was like that portrait of Duchess Satine, and we were asked what kind of art is this? And I knew that Mandalorian art and architecture was based off of Pablo Picasso and Cubism, so I just wrote Mandalorian Cubism. And I don't recall if anyone else even took a guess.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't a huge
people guessed, but they were way off.
It wasn't a huge leap to make. I just put Mandalorian in front of Cubism, but people were impressed by it, and I was very happy with my correct guess.
Can you still bring up the Lego cam?
It might not be set up correctly, but yes.
Oh, no.
Let's see.
Little man is done. He's got his little frog and his little ball.
Do I have that? There it is.
Yes!
Oh, yay!
Ears go down if he's sad, but we don't want him to be sad. But I like how his head moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's on
it's
like,
really floppy. It does kind of look like the way the puppet moves.
Yeah, it's on little ball joint. And then he's got his little frog and his little ball. Cute.
And little cookies.
And 2 cookies that I guess are just loose.
Loose cooks.
All right.
HF, thank you for the super chat. Says anxiety sucks, but appreciate you all bringing Grogu along to keep us level. Daily reminder to touch grass today, everyone.
Aw.
That's right.
You don't have to touch grass every day, but it's good to do every once in a while.
It's been raining nonstop here, so we haven't touched much grass.
A lot of wet grass. Hilo likes to lick the wet grass.
But that is going to do it for today's build. We got Grogu complete, and you'll start on the pram next week.
Yay!
But thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us. We're going to go cook our dinner and chill. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you next week, and may the Force be with you.